My name is Cassidy. I'm constantly bullied, but there's this one girl in particular that really makes me miserable and afraid to leave the house. Her name is Eliza. I don't know why she hates me. I don't dress any different. The first day of school, she came up to me and started tormenting me. I never even said a word to her. She's very pretty, but her heart is ugly. She has a group of friends who help her gang up on me. I'm her favorite victim, 'cause I rarely see her bullying anyone else. I've tried telling teachers, counselors, and my parents. All they did was tell Eliza not to pick on me. That made it worse. Eliza calls me Little Piglet, even though I'm no bigger than she is. She doesn't even know me. Why does she hate me? Maybe we could have been friends. My name is Eliza. I'm very unhappy with my life right now. I have an older sister, Amy, who constantly picks on me, and my parents do nothing about it. Hell, my father never even talks to me. I just don't know what to do, so for some reason I take out all my frustration on a girl at school named Cassidy. She's pretty, smart, and funny when I overhear her with her friends. I'm jealous that she could be so happy, so I make her miserable. I hate her for being so happy, but I admire her. I call her Little Piglet because that's what Amy's called me for all my life. I used to be chubby, but I starved myself to be skinny. That didn't stop her. Why does she hate me? I'm her little sister. We could have gone shopping together, had makeovers, watched scary movies. I cut myself, but no one has seen the scars because they're on my hip. Amy, why don't you love your own sister?
My name is Amy. I live with my parents even though I'm 23 years old. I have a little sister, Eliza, and she's 15. I used to be so loved by my parents, and I got all the attention, especially from Mom. Dad seemed much too busy for me. Then Eliza was born, and they paid more attention to her than me. I was jealous, and I hated her for being so perfect and loved by our parents. They were my parents first. I hate Eliza. I want to be loved. I have a boyfriend, but it's not the same. I started failing all my classes as Eliza grew older, which made my parents love me even less. And then they caught me doing drugs. I dropped out of high school and had no intention on pursuing a career. My mom is always telling me that I'm a failure and that I should be more responsible like my sister. It's always, Eliza does well in school, she makes the right decisions, blah blah blah. Eliza doesn't deserve their love. I love seeing Little Piglet cry when I torment her. It makes me feel better. Besides, Eliza was an accident anyway.
My name is Sandra. I'm the mother of Amy and Eliza. Amy doesn't know this, but we adopted her because we thought I couldn't have children. Then a few years later, we discovered I accidentally got pregnant. I was actually really happy, though we were tight on finances already. My husband, Jeremy, wasn't too happy, but he put on a poker face. When Eliza was born, Jeremy would give her lots of love, but whenever I was alone with him, he'd beat me. Since Eliza was my own flesh and blood, I turned to her for comfort. Sometimes I forgot Amy was there, and then she started going down the bad road, and I just was so disappointed in her, I couldn't even look at her. Jeremy didn't pay much attention to the girls, and they also never knew that he was abusing me. I hid my bruises with makeup. I didn't want Eliza to think this was her fault. I cry myself to sleep at night as Jeremy goes out all night and drinks. I think he's cheating on me too, but we need him to provide money for our daughters. I just don't know what to do. I spend a lot of time with my dear, sweet Eliza.
My name is Jeremy. I'm married to a woman named Sandra and have 2 daughters, Amy and Eliza. I never wanted to adopt a child, but Sandra wanted a baby so bad. I humored her. I never really liked the child much, and then Eliza was born. It was Sandra's fault for thinking she couldn't get pregnant just because her doctor told her so. I tried to love this child, but I just couldn't. We didn't have enough money for one kid, let alone two. I was so angry at my wife. I beat her and screamed at her until she cried and ran to Eliza. I started drinking heavily and picked up bar girls to sleep with. At least if they got pregnant, it's not my problem. I never wanted kids. I hate kids. Why should I love my children if my parents didn't even love me? My father beat me and my mother left when I was 5. Then Dad left me at an orphanage and no one adopted me. My family doesn't deserve happiness if I'm not happy. I don't even know why I stay with them. Fuck them. My name is Henry. I had a son named Jeremy, and I was very hard on him. Sometimes I couldn't control my anger and I hit him. I really did love him. But something, a monster, rose up inside of me and just attacked my baby boy. My wife got fed up with it and left me. I was even more anguished and I beat Jeremy more. He got taken away from me. I don't know where he went or who even adopted him. I'm so sorry, Jeremy. I hope you're happy wherever you are. I wish I could have controlled my anger, but I don't know why I had such a problem. Maybe I was mad at him, that he had been so happy. I was never happy as a kid because my own mother didn't love me and I had no father. I didn't even know his name.
My name is Stephanie, and I had a bastard child named Henry. I tried to commit suicide when I found him growing inside of me, but I survived overdose. The man who got me pregnant was a rapist, and he took advantage of me when I was 16. My parents tried to help me raise the child, but they died in a car crash when I was 18. I was all alone, forced to drop out of school, and had to resort to prostitution to keep us in a shitty apartment. I never paid much attention to Henry. I couldn't look at him because he looked too much like him. I hate myself. I've thought about killing him and then killing myself, but I couldn't even bring myself to leave the room during the day. I didn't enroll him in school, but he tried his best to study by himself at the library. I didn't care. I don't know where he went because he ran away when he was a teenager. Probably to find a better mom.
My name is Connor, and I was imprisoned for 3 counts of rape. Apparently I got one of the girls pregnant, and I feel guilty. I never showed it. I didn't want anyone to think I was weak. I've always sexually harassed girls at school and got expelled from many places. Eventually I was sent to a boarding school where I was whipped. I was happier there than at home. My father molested me. My mother jumped off of a building. God, why, Daddy? What did I do? Didn't you love me?
And it goes on and on.